Hi Alex, how are you?
Not too bad. Yourself?
How do you feel after the first wash?
Much better, especially not being able to wash my head for a couple of days, but feeling pretty good, yeah.
Do you think this hair transplant affects your social life, impacts your confidence in any way?
I would say so. Will impact my confidence because I spent a significant amount of time recovering from a previous hair transplant that didn't go well and sort of always had to manage around that, kind of style my hair in very specific ways. And it actually limited my social activity because I couldn't, go swimming and things like that. So I really needed to do something to address those issues. So I think kind of going through the full process and doing a more modern technique with a clinic that's much more professional, I think it's going to put me on a better path socially. Obviously after, 3 to 6 months when the process sort of restores, but yeah, I think I'm happy with the decision.
Was the hair transplant painful?
Not really, surprisingly not. So they do some rounds of local anesthesia. I opted for a bit of sedation at the beginning so I wouldn't have to feel the needles, but the actual transplant itself, I remember just this continuous sort of clicking sound because they did direct hair implantation. The first time I ever did a transplant, I did FUE. FUE is painful and the recovery process is painful. Going through DHI with BlueMagic and doing the 2 sessions, they did a total of 5,500 grafts. I was surprised at how little pain there was, even after like the first day, second day. I mean, this is day number 3. I did 2 procedures yesterday. I did 1 procedure yesterday and 1 the day before. And aside from, disinfectant and sort of a bit of swelling and a bit of sort of pinching, there's basically no pain.
How was the recovery process so far?
It's been excellent. I would like to highlight the staff have been really, really attentive and they've answered all my questions. My assigned translator, Kareem, was absolutely fantastic. I want to call him out by name. But even just the general service of being shuttled to and from the clinic every day, everything's taken care of. And even on the aftercare package is fantastic. But I would say the staff particularly made the process very enjoyable.
What stood out to you most about BlueMagic as a clinic?
I would say the amount of options that they had available, that you could sort of customize what you wanted, and they weren't just trying to one size fits all. It was kind of like, what's your specific need? And they had a range of options as opposed to just a lot of clinics, but they just sort of specialize in one thing. The aftercare packages and the professionalism as well, I think was a standout. So I've been very happy with that.
What would you say to someone still hesitating about hair transplant?
Oh, damn. Honestly, that's a decision for each person, I would say. It's tricky because it is a process you have to commit to. Like even afterwards, like if you do the transplant, you have to take care of yourself, you have to eat healthy, or smoking, drinking, things like this, you have to stop. So I would say only do it if you're ready to commit to it and do your research. Do lots of research.
What are you most looking forward to?
In the short term, obviously, it's going to be a bit of hassle, but I think in the long term, we're sort of taking care of things and making sure you follow the program, take your vitamins, use proper everything. And I think the results are going to be fantastic, so I'm excited for that.
Is there anything you would like to say to the team before leaving?
I would just like to thank everyone for their professionalism and their assistance, and patience and sort of understanding. And once again, highlight the assistance of my fantastic translator, Kareem. He was very good. The management staff here have been good. My initial point of contact, Francis, and Walter as well, I believe, who's so every step of the way, they sort of have somebody holding your hand. So just wanted to thank each one of those people in person or sort of individually. I think that's what really makes the difference. At each step of the process, everything is sort of answered for you. Your hand is held throughout, hotel accommodations is wonderful. It just makes the process very seamless. So I was really happy with that.